Helping your child sleep is one of the biggest challenges of parenthood, and that can be true whether you have a baby, toddler, preschooler, or even big kid. And the Hatch Rest promises to help with all the stages. It's a big promise, and it's also a pretty big price tag. So in this video, I'm going to talk about whether I think the Hatch Rest Plus is worth the money. I'll include a link down below to the exact model I'm reviewing, and if you do use my link, I will earn a commission. When you open the box, you'll see that it includes a charger cord, a charger base, and the device. You can either charge the device on the charger base, or you can plug the cord straight into the device. I saw some comments online that the charger base was a little bit finicky with charging, but I didn't have any problems with it. And the base gives you the convenience of being able to pick it up and take it anywhere you want. The battery in the device can last up to 12 hours, which is nice if you want it to be portable, but it's also really nice if you're in an area prone to power outages, because if the power goes out, the sound machine, the light will all stay on. And if you're wondering about the difference between the Hatch Rest 2nd Gen and the Hatch Rest Plus 2nd Gen, it really is just the battery. The Hatch Rest Plus has a battery, the Hatch Rest does not. The Rest Plus costs a little bit more, but personally I think the battery is probably worth the difference in price. Also with the 2nd Gen, there is no audio monitor in this device, and there was one in the 1st Gen. Also, you see this device has a clock display, and you can make this dimmer or brighter, and you can also turn it off. I really like the buttons on the back. This middle one turns the nightlight on and off, and this one over here changes the brightness, and this one changes the volume of the sound. And they do have nice tactile feel to them, so you can feel them in the dark. This ring on the top lets you cycle through your favorites that you set up in the app, and you hold it down to turn it off. And I really like when you're changing sounds, it fades in and out very gently. It's not harsh at all. I also really love that if you have something running like this light with a soft sound, and then you press that nightlight button, it changes it to the white light so you can see in the room, and then you press the nightlight to turn it off, and it goes right back to the program that you were on. So let me show you what the app looks like. So in the app, this first section is the touch ring, and you can see we have one set for reading time, and then it automatically will play for 30 minutes, and then it'll go into the next part, which is the lullaby. And in this section, you can see the items that are set on the schedule, and they have lots of different programs that you can choose from that are already made up, or you can choose your own. And I love that you can add multiple steps in their app. So you can have one thing go on for a certain amount of time and then another thing go for another certain amount of time. So for example, I have the morning routine set to be yellow for 15 minutes and then green for 30 minutes. And this is set to go every weekday at 6 a.m. The items in the schedule are set to go off at certain days and times, but if I want to do it right now, I can click on it right now and it'll start. The sounds on the Hatch really do sound gorgeous. And there's a really good range of volume that you can choose from. You can turn it down so soft you can barely hear it, and it gets quite loud. The sound quality really is just gorgeous. I used it in my own bedroom for a while and I loved it. I suppose one complaint you could have is that you can't add your own sounds or use it as a Bluetooth speaker, but really it provides a pretty good variety of sounds. The only common sound that some people are looking for that this does not include is a shh sound. There is an optional subscription, and I was pretty annoyed when I heard about that because really it's a sound machine alarm clock. Why do you need a subscription? But honestly, the subscription is completely unnecessary. They just offer some extra like bedtime stories and concerts. You can also record your own messages or have friends and family record messages. That is pretty neat that you can do only with the subscription. One downside to the app is it is missing the ability to add a parenting partner to the app. Two people could sign on to the same account on two different phones, but it seems a little impractical that you can't use it with two different accounts because most babies are going to have more than one person caring for them. So looking at the different functions that you might use it for as a sound machine and nightlight does a great job. As an okay to wake, where you're using it as a sleep trainer to teach a kid, maybe if the light is red, stay in bed, and the light's green, they can get out of bed, it also does a great job. I also love that you can set up a nap timer. I made a tap on my ring, a 1-hour timer with a red light and a soft sound, and then after 1 hour, it turns green. This would be great for letting a child take a nap and know when it turns green, it's time to get out of bed. The last function you might want to use it for is a traditional alarm clock for a big kid who has to get up for school. You can definitely set those schedules to be whatever you want and have it go off at a certain time. But there's no way to set an alarm using just the buttons on here, and there's no snooze alarm. So I think it could work okay for a younger child, but once your kid gets a little older, they are gonna need a traditional alarm clock. Overall, I think this device is awesome and has everything you could possibly need from newborn through ages 5 or 6. I love that it has an app with 100% full customization. You can set it up any way you want it, but you don't need the app or Wi-Fi once it's set up. It can do all the things using either the preset schedules or the buttons right on the device. You don't have to use the app on a daily basis, but it's nice that you have that option that you could change it from a distance if you wanted to. Don't forget, I included that link down below to the exact device that I'm reviewing, and if you use that link, I will get a commission. If you're particularly looking for an okay to wake clock, this is an all right option, but there are other choices that I do recommend depending on your situation. I'm gonna include the link right here to my video about the best okay to wake sleep training alarm clock. Click on that one next.